In 2013, a group of young Nigerians stood on top of the footballing world. Among them was Saviour Godwin. A nation believed 10 years later, the world has turned many times over.
ابعاد الله الله عودة من بعيد عودة من بعيد Godwin.
Well, for me, there are a lot of wishes, and what ifs in life. But looking back up until now, all I can say is, everything I've gone through or passed through has shaped me into the person I am and has brought me this far to where I am today. So if I want to look back and say I regret, working with some people or being in the kind of teams I was, I would say I don't have deep regrets, because those were the steps that I needed to take to be where I am today.
The year was 2013. Under coach Manu Garba, Nigeria's Golden Eaglets were unstoppable, destined for greatness. From Kelechi Ehianacho to Taiwo Awoniyi, Chidera Eze and Saviour Godwin, the country's young stars shone brightly in the Emirates.
Looking back and seeing a lot of my friends playing in the Premier League and the big leagues is something I am really happy for them. And personally, in football we all have our journeys. Some start a little bit late, some start young, and some meet themselves in the middle of it all. But at the end of the day, we all have a destination. And the stage where I am now, for me, I'm in a stage whereby I think everything I'm having or everything I have now has been a result of the hard work I've put in place, despite the turbulence and circumstances I was faced. All I can say is at the end of the day, I overcame, and not everybody would overcome what I survived. Not everybody will survive what I survived. So I'm in a situation whereby I cannot complain, and I'm happy, my family is happy, and I'm playing football with some of the, if not the best player of the world, because for me, the likes of Ronaldo, Benzema, Kante, and playing football with them is really a motivation. So I think I'm in a stage in my life whereby I will just give God all the glory. Hey Taiwo, my guy. Senior man. How are you, bro? How are you? How is everything?
How are you holding up yourself,
Bro, I just do training as usual, Everything is going on smooth. Just remembering the old days, in under 17, and it's been a long time. I remember when you been the me now, say with my jersey, we say it big like a agbada.
My guy, I couldn't forget. We are like kings, We are like kings.
Yeah, long time.
I remember, like those days where with your big
jersey.
But listen, for me, I know you've always been a fighter, man. You've always been a fighter, and apart from that, I remember when we go in the forest together, do all those warnings.
Always training together, yeah.
Always training together, doing off season.
Yeah.
Look where it has all pay off for us now.
Yeah, bro.
Me, I know you to be like, I know you've always been a fighter. I know, and for sure, wherever you play, I know you always make us proud.
Oh, wow.
And for me, that's the core of our friendship,
Yeah.
Always pushing each other. And man, bro, for me, I'm so proud of how far we've come.
Yeah,
So,
thank you.
This guy, like God always said, this
Yeah,
guy is
bro.
the starting point.
Yeah.
You're a fighter, and I know like any day you are, wherever you go, you always make us proud, man.
Oh, wow.
Just keep killing it, bro.
Wow, thank
Keep
you.
killing it.
Thank you very much, bro. And having people like you around us, me, my family, and everyone is really, really important. You've always been a drive, a motivation, and someone who has always pushed me. And I could vividly remember during COVID when COVID came, we went to the forest. Despite all odds, we were still running, training. I'm really, really, really proud of you. Seeing the heights you've achieved in football, honestly, bro, you're one of a kind, and I'm proud of you too. And thank you for your kind words, brother.
My bro, always, man, always.
Yes,
for
bro.
me, all this that you said, without you, I'm very, very sure it could have been possible. If maybe every day is all about party, doing all those kind of stuff, maybe we won't be having this conversation today.
Exactly.
So, remember, I could not, how could I forget you? Even the Olympics, remember the Olympics, you are both sitting at the back of the
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro.
We are on standby.
Yeah, bro. Do you know I have that picture of us, in the hotel when we were crying and saying, it is finished for us. But at the end of the day, we give God the glory. God has brought us this far, and we yes. Yeah, bro. Of course. Thank you very much, bro, and thank you for your kind words. And yeah, bro, and you too. I just want to tell you to continue being who you are, to continue doing what you're doing, keep going, and bro, the sky is your limit. And hope to see you soon, bro.
Yes, bro.
In Saudi Arabia we say hope to see you, inshallah. Hope to see you, bro. Hope to see you, my brother. No, you are there with the big boys. The wine, you the wine me. Wine and cinema. We'll talk later now. All right, thank you, brother. Thank you.
While his teammates may walk the pitches of Europe's elite stadiums, Saviour finds fulfillment in the sands of Saudi Arabia, touching lives of the fans one game at a time.
Coming from my background in Nigeria, any chance to play football, no matter where it is, feels like a blessing. I started my football career in Nigeria, and I was with an academy back in the days owned by my father.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because he was a coach for Police Machine Academy. Sometimes I will go barefooted, to train with him. So he had a team of older guys, and I was a little bit younger. And sometimes he will put me, 9 minutes before the training finish, and that was how I was able to build my, confidence and strength, pace, and all the qualities I have now.
Amazing.
Yeah, and from there I started playing in the local competitions, local leagues. My dad has always been instrumental to my development as a football player. I can vividly remember when I think the Abuja Stadium was opened. There was a match that day, so that was the first match to be played in the stadium. My dad took me to the middle of the field and said to me, "My son, kick this Ragolis bottle." It was like a Ragolis bottle that I had on my hand. So I started kicking it, and he said, "One day you're going to play in this stadium." And to God be the glory, I played with the national team in that stadium. And on that day I was so emotional because I was reminiscing about everything he told me that came to fulfillment, and it was so emotional. I always wish to give the world to my dad because of the sacrifice he has, put in place for me. I can remember when people used to insult him that he's a very, senseless person. Instead of putting me in school, he's taking me around the
football pitches.
The football pitches. A lot of insult from family members, from friends, and he used to tell them that my son is going to be a pro football player, and you all will see. So whenever I sit down and reminisce all these things, it feels so emotional. Where I am today, honestly, my dad is the number one person that gave it all for me.
Every champion's journey is marked by a moment of glory and also the lifelong echoes of that victory. For Saviour Godwin, his journey from being a World Cup champion at a young age placed the burden of expectations from family, friends and clubs. But he continues to carry a tune of resilience and quiet strength. No regrets here.